All right, let's solve the question above. The question says we should find the value of V and I. Please, before you watch this lecture, for you to fully understand the concept of supernode analysis, we have done introduction to supernode analysis, and we have explained all the concepts that we are going to be using to solve any question on supernode. Do you understand? So please go over the video and watch the video, learn all the cases that is described there, because we are going to be applying them here. So we dealt with 3 cases under supernode, and then we said that a supernode is always formed whenever a voltage source is connected between two non-reference node, or between a reference node and non-reference node. Now, if you look at this circuit, it is grounded here, right? It is grounded here. So now, any node that we consider here is going to be grounded, and we know that a reference node is also known as what? Ground. Do you understand? So now this part here becomes a reference node, while this part here it becomes what? Non-reference node. And we said that when our voltage source is between a reference node and non-reference node, we said that the voltage here is going to be the same voltage in the non-reference part, right? So it shows that if this place is 21, definitely this part here is going to be 21. I hope you understand. 21 volt. So this place is going to be 21 volts. All right, now that's it. Now look at this voltage source here again. This one is between non-reference node, right? It's between non-reference node. So if we are having non-reference node, how do we deal with that part? So you can name this place to be V1, and we can name this place to be V2. All right, so now if it is between non-reference node like this, we are going to treat this as a single node. Do you understand? And what do we mean by that? So let's draw, let me put this. All right, so we are treating what is here as a single node. I hope you understand. Now let's distribute our current. So we know from nodal analysis, for us to solve it, the first thing we are going to do is we are going to distribute our current, right? So yeah, let's call the current flowing in this branch I1. So if this part here is I1, so now I1 will be the one that is going to enter into this part, because we are treating it as a single node. So now, and let's say I2 is leaving. So if I2 is leaving, and let's say I3 is also leaving, all right. So now the next thing we can therefore do is that we are going to apply KCL at the supernode. That is the first thing. So the first thing we are going to do here is to apply KCL at supernode, at the supernode. Apply KCL at the supernode. All right. So we know that this is our supernode, right? We are treating it as a single node. Now it's going to be the summation of current that is entering must be equal to the summation of current that is leaving, right? And the current that is entering is just I1, while others are leaving. So it's going to be what? It's going to be I1 will be equals to what? I2 plus what? Plus I, then plus what? Plus I3. All right, and we know from Ohm's law that I is equals to what? Voltage over what? Resistance. All right, so I1, current at I1 is between which branch? So current I1 is flowing in this manner, right? So current I1 is between 21 volt and what? And V1. So it's going to be what? It's going to be 21 minus V1 all over what? The resistance there is what? 4. So this will be equals to I2. This is our I2. Our I2 is between where and where? Our I2 is between V1 and what? Is between this branch, right? Is between this branch. So it's going to be what? It's going to be V1 minus 0 divided by what? Divided by 3. So it's going to be V1 minus 0 divided by 3 plus I. What is our I? Our I is between this branch, right? It's between this branch. So it's going to be what? It's going to be V2 minus 0 divided by what? By 2. Alright, so in order for this place to contain it, so let's just say, because V1 minus 0 is what? V1. So let's just use V1 over 3. So V1 over 3 plus V2 all over what? V2 all over 2 plus I3. Look at I3. I3 is between this branch. So it's going to be V2 minus 0 all over what? 6. So that is V2 all over 6. I hope you understand this clearly. Alright, so now the LCM of 4, 3, 2, and 6 is 12. So we are going to multiply through by 12. So 12, if we multiply by 12, 4 here 1, 4 in 12 is going to be 3. Then 3 times 21, that will be 63. So it's going to be 63 minus 3V1, which will be equals to 3 will go in 12, 4 times this is 4V1 plus 6V2 plus 2V2. Alright, so now the next thing is to collect like terms, right? Alright, so if we take like term, if we move this to that side, we're going to have 63 to be equals to what? We're having, if you move it here, it's going to be 4 plus 3, which is 7V1. 7V1 plus 6 plus 2 is 8. So 8V2. So we can call this one equation number 1. Alright, I hope you understand this. So this is how to apply KCL at the supernode. Now, the next thing we are going to do is to write the equation of the supernode. That is the supernode equation. Alright, supernode equation. I've already explained this concept in the introduction part, so please go over it. All right, so how do we write the supernode equation? This is our supernode here. So it's going to be the positive side is V2, while the negative side is V1. So it's going to be V2. It's going to be V2 minus V1, which will be equals to what? It's going to be equals to 9. Going to be equals to 9. So we can therefore make V2 the subject. So we can say that V2 will be equals to 9 plus V1. So this will be equation number 2. Alright, so we can substitute equation 2 into what? We can substitute equation 2 into equation 1. So if we do that, we are going to have 63 will be equals to what? 7V1 plus 8 into what? Into 9 plus V1. Alright, so 63 will be equals to 7V1 plus 8 times 9. 8 times 9 is going to give us what? 72. So we're going to have this to be 72 plus 8V1. Alright, so we're going to have 63. Okay, if we collect the like term, 63 minus 72 is going to give us what? Minus 9. Remove this here, it's going to become minus 9 equals to this plus this is going to give us what? 15, right? 15 V1. So if we divide both sides by 15, we are going to get the value of V1. So this will go with this. Then V1 will be equals to minus 9 divided by 15. It's going to give us what? Minus 0.6. So minus 0.6 volts. So this is the value of our V1. So let's get V2. So V2 will be equals to what? It's going to be equals to 9 plus minus 0.6, that is minus 0.6. So 9 minus 0.6 is going to give us what? It's going to give us 8.4. 8.4 volts. So we are done with V1 and V2. That is the node at this place and the voltage at this node. All right. Now, don't forget, the question says we should find V, right? The question says we should find V, and we should also find value of I1. All right. So for us to find I1 is going to be equals to what? I1 will be equals to V2 divided by what? 2. All right. V2 I1 will be equals to V2 divided by 2. So which is 8.4 divided by 2, which will be equals to 4.2 ampere. 4.2 ampere. All right. So the voltage in this place here, which is V, will be the same as what? V1. Do you understand? So V is equals to V1, and our V1 is what? Minus 0.6 volts. So this is how to go about this question, and I hope the question is well simplified and well understood. All right. I don't know, maybe there's been need for us to write that, but you should understand that the V1 here is the same thing as V. Do you understand? So we can say V is equals to V1, which is minus 0.6. So I hope the question is well simplified. You can comment that in the comment section. All right. And if our venture today is your first time coming across our content, do well to give this video a thumbs up. Remember to like, comment, and share this lecture with your friend who might be in need of it. And we are also into private tutoring section. In case you want to book any of our section, if you check the description of this channel, you have access to our email and our WhatsApp number. You can reach us anytime, any day. And we are also into solving assignments for students. In case you have any assignment that is giving you tough time, you don't have to struggle. Why Tutor Jerry is here. Just need to send your assignment to us while we solve them for you. And you are not only going to get the solution, we are going to ensure that you fully understand the solution step by step. And again, if you are having difficulties in understanding any topic as far as electrical engineering is concerned, civil mechanical is concerned, you can always reach out to us. We can help you to develop a step-by-step approach to the particular topic in a way that when you read it, you grab the concept. And don't forget that we have lots of materials on circuit analysis. So for you to access it too, you can reach out, or you check the description of our channel here, or the description of this video. You have access to the our seller link. You can just go through and purchase it yourself. Thank you. Stay tuned for more.